Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, December 19th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, in every moment I have the opportunity to stand up and live my truth responsibly. And today, happy birthday Sagittarius! Saturn leaves Sagittarius today, 8:48 p.m. Pacific time, and moves into Capricorn. Congratulations, Capricorn. This will be your workload for the next 2.5 years. Now, I was like, should I get into it now? I feel like today I'm going to provide the wrap up for Saturn in Sagittarius. And tomorrow I'm going to dig deep into what I feel Saturn in Sagittarius, or Saturn in Capricorn, will be lending to us. What lessons are coming to us, through us, over the next 2.5 years. So before we get into that, let's just talk about some of the other energies that are leading up to that transit, because all the other energies are happening before we have that transit. We have the moon in Capricorn, preparing us for that Capricorn energy, helping us be in that sense of responsibility. And that moon in Capricorn is first connecting with Neptune, 11 degrees, master level energy. So that moon connecting to Neptune is reminding us, that part of our responsibility is honoring our spiritual flow. That is the path of mastery. And it's so interesting. When I pulled these cards, I was like, whoa, this is interesting. All but one of them are actually the female form. I have the celebration. In case you didn't know what this is about, celebration. I have the Shine Your Light sharing card. It's the Shine Your Light card. This is the card where you're bubbling with that yin, that creativity, that creation power from within. Speaking of creativity, the creation card, and then experiencing. But all of these are these female yin energies. And I do believe that's part of our responsibility in and through setting up a new structure, which is what Saturn will be doing in Capricorn, giving us an opportunity to put in place and ground in a new structure, is allowing the yin to bubble up and come through us, because now is the time, and it is so needed in order to shift where we're at. So allow that to come in. Allow the magic, allow the miracles, allow your intuition. Show up for those energies. It is available to you. This is a happy connection between the moon in Capricorn and Neptune. So allow that in. And just, even if it's just stating the point, like, I am, what is it? What do I want to say? I'm a receptacle for miracles. That's what's I'm feeling, but yeah, I'm a receptacle for miracles. So letting that energy move through you, even just stating that, gives you a little nudge, a little push, a little step in that direction. All we need is baby steps. You do not have to jump off the cliff right now. Just baby steps. The moon will then connect to Jupiter in Scorpio. Again, part of this process, this responsibility, part of ultimately stepping into our power will be acknowledging the shadows. So this is just another reminder. Jupiter in Scorpio, anything Scorpio, as I always say, can tune us into the lightest light and the darkest dark. The moon also is something that can show us what is hidden. Now this is, again, a very easy, chill connection. It's a sextile between the moon and Jupiter. So it may not be like, did you learn our lesson? However, I do think this, I thought, okay, we're just going to coast. I'm just going to coast through these final days of Saturn and Sagittarius. Nope. Nuh-uh. Saturn is like, have you learned these things that you need to step up to in your life? No, I haven't learned them yet fully. Okay, here we go. So even though this is a happy, easy connection, if you are in intense learning phase like I have been in, Jupiter may bring some of those shadows that have to be faced. This is at 14, so I do think there will be revelations if you allow them in. And again, in every opportunity you have any moment, you have the opportunity to stand up and live your truth responsibly. And I feel like that's what that combination is going to be. Are you living your truth responsibly? Are you standing up into that level of power? Because you can, but it's up to you to do it. Finally, before we have the shift, we have the moon in Capricorn connecting to Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto, the great transformer. Now, how funny is this? That this is the last connection that happens before Saturn's like, okay, Capricorn, I'm ready for you. Here we go on the ride of your life. Moon conjunct Pluto. We go through this once a month. It's nothing new. But again, the moon can represent that which is hidden, and Pluto represents transformation, ultimately into empowerment. But Pluto does bring us the potential of the underworld. This is 18 degrees. That is 9 energy. So what I would say is check your motivations. Check in with your own sense of power within yourself. And this is going to be the time between Jupiter working out in Scorpio and Saturn moving into Capricorn to really tune in with yourself and make sure that you're not manipulating your power, that you're not playing games with your power, that you really are standing responsibly in that. My feeling is that this might be a little bit of a check moment for that. Like, hey, are you living in your integrity? Integrity is going to be a really important word as we move through this Saturn and Capricorn energy. So it's already like, hey, you ready for this? Are you ready for this level of power that you can step into if you practice your responsibility? So anyway, 8:48 p.m., Saturn into Capricorn, woo! Now, I do expect pomp and circumstance. I do expect confetti coming from the sky, fireworks. I can, a diploma from the universe. You've passed. I accept. And I hope that other Sagittariuses feel that way. The important thing, though, is to, look back. Since December 23rd, 2014, what have you been through, and what have you learned, and where have you been able to release old limiting beliefs, old knowledge, old things that you consider to be true, to stand up into your truth. And this is for everybody. This isn't just for Sagittarius. This is for everybody. That's the overall topic. Sagittarius did get those lessons hardcore, but that is, like I said, for everybody. How have you been called to stand up in your truth even more? Because it's going to be that foundation of truth, that foundation of what you know now, although everything is moment to moment and you are going to continue evolving, but it is that foundation that will help you step up into your next level of power, this next level of responsibility with Saturn in Capricorn, which is going to have a few tests of its own. I feel like, especially this has come through the last couple of months, if you follow my scopes regularly, it has been the leading energy of the yin, and allowing that to come forward. As society, we have been so young energy dominated, young energy led, and that's not the way it works internally. It's the yin that leads the way. It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It was the yin! I laugh at my own cheesy jokes that don't even make sense. Anyways, but this is going to be an important part of our truth. This is going to be an important part of our foundation that you need to get into over this next little bit. Hold on, let me shoo away my mother. I'm working. Shoo. I'm doing this. Okay. I don't want to stop this because I like how it's been going, but I don't like interruptions. Anyway, moving with the flow. Okay, the yin energy. This, I feel, is a big part of the truth that has come up. And I think it's one of the things that we're going to have to continue working on in and through ourselves with this energy to keep reverting back to listening to that intuition, to keep reverting back to that still, silent, yet chaotically creative place within ourselves that is connected to all creation. And let that part come forward and grow within us. I feel like this is a big part of the truth that we've been, led into through all of these things to get us to this point now. I'm sure there's been other crazy lessons for you over these last 2.5 years. One day I will talk about all of these things, just not yet, as I am still in them. Like I said, Saturn's been like, okay, you still have to learn. So it's been very intense for me this last week. But listen in. What are your final lessons? Where are you being called to step up? And you can always go back. It's on the Gaia Blooming YouTube channel at the beginning of Saturn Sagittarius, Nikki and I did a video, and we went through, I believe, sign by sign, like where this would focus you, or I did a video about that. So go check that out, see if you can find that, and see what house was it working for you. Sign-wise, sun sign-wise, and rising sign-wise, and see, have you been called to step up in that way? I have. I have on both ends, and I really see that, especially like these last couple months. So this is an opportunity for that for you. So that being said, let's get into these cards to finish up, and I will dig into Saturn into Capricorn tomorrow. All right, all of these feminine energies. Celebration. Celebrate. Anytime all of us finish up, you know, one of these big things, it requires celebration because, wow, Saturn has intense lessons. But here we go. Don't forget this. Stand in your truth. Stand in your light. Bring forth that yin energy. Allow the universe to experience your divine creativity. You were born to bring it in. And I love that this card is here, the participation card. It's a foundational card. And, you know, Capricorn energy is so foundational. It is such a good earth-centered energy thing, bringing it in, making it manifest. And we do that by connecting to ourselves, body, mind, spirit, soul, which is what I always say about this participation card. So we are being called to step into this, but first, you know, celebrate your progress and notice where the yin has risen for you and risen in you. Lala's kind of on my cards right here, so, and now she's like, hey, cards, let me play with them. From The Universe Has Your Back. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Every day, every moment, your responsibility. Are you living authentically? Are you living in your truth? And that's the other card that came out. There's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. There is nothing sexier than living your authentic soul truth. We are being called to that more so than ever. Oh la la. And then finally, this is a very interesting card. It's like, ground in, get ready. The card is taking shelter. The answers are within. The answers are within your yin. Replenish your inner resources. Get ready. Saturn and Capricorn, it's going to have its own level of challenges. It's going to be different, but it's going to have its own level of challenges. Incubate your ideas for the future. Renew your energy. Do whatever you need to do to care for yourself. Mend physical objects in your home. Organize your possessions. Heal relationships. Protect yourself from less than positive outside forces. Clear clutter, but at the same time, gather your resources around you. You are preparing for a kind of springtime energy in your life. But take care of the details and create a foundation now before the spurt of energy. Otherwise, it can seem overwhelming. So ground in, get prepared, because here comes our next set of lessons. So that's it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your personal chart. The better it gets, the better it gets. There's enough love in the world for you, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.